Alright, I greet you lovers of freedom. I greet you men of revolutionary mind. This is Biafra Watchman TV. If today is the first time of coming across our video and you like the way we are propagating this gospel of Biafra and gospel of revolution, gospel of freedom, please kindly subscribe, like and share. Alright, kindly subscribe, like and share, very important. A lot are happening. I mean a lot are happening. In this video, you will listen to the in-depth analysis of what transpired in the court between MNK, versus Nigerian government and DSS. You know, Biafrans, there is this empirical fact, empirical truth I got to tell you people. You see, all these things that is going on in freedom fighting is bound to happen. If we are fighting for this freedom and all these things, we are not seeing it, just know that our effort is fruitless. Check the history of men that fought for freedom, people that led in their fight for freedom. They all passed through this process. So this is the part of freedom, including Simon. This is the part. This is the price they have to pay. This is the path they have to follow so that freedom will be achieved. At first, they will call you a rebel. Second, they will call you a terrorist. Third, they will bring you to their court for judgment. But if you are consistent, they will have no option than to call you for negotiation. So we shouldn't be panicked. All these things we are seeing, they are all bound to happen, certainly. And this shows that people who are leading us, they are leading us well, because the oppressor are not happy. Oppressor are doing everything to silence them. So the remaining work is left for us. And what is that word? For us to be focused, determined, keep pushing. That is our own job. For them, they are doing their own job. For the people leading us, they are doing their own job. They are paying the price for freedom. No long talk, just listen and share.
Alright, welcome back to the channel. So we are back with the latest updates on Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's court hearing, that happened today at the Federal High Court in Abuja. As you all know, today is the 22nd day of May 2025, and a whole lot happened in court today. In fact, today the pressure, it was now on the prosecution, and today's hearing was really intense, not just because of what was said in court, but because of how the judge came hard on the prosecution. Now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu appeared again at the Federal High Court in Abuja, and his defense team, SAN Kanu Agabi and Paul Erukoro, also an SAN, came locked and ready for war. Now the DSS witness was back in the box for cross-examination, but before things kicked off, the judge gave a serious warning to the federal government in his exact tone he quoted. "I granted accelerated hearing, but 3 months later we are still here. I am giving you just 6 days. Bring all your witnesses, whether 5 or 500. If not, I will strike out your case and move on. Don't forget, someone is still in detention." That was what the judge said in his tone. Now, that statement, set the tone for today. The judge was clearly, tired of the delays and, the games that have been going on with this particular case. Once again, the second DSS witness could not hold ground under questioning. When asked simple questions, his answers were shocking. He didn't know if Kanu's international passport was in their custody. He didn't know if Kanu traveled or where the broadcast came from. He said he didn't know if Biafra was proscribed, only that IPOB was. He didn't complete it. He admitted he never got any statement from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. He also admitted that he had no investigation report in court, said the government has it. He also said he confirmed that before IPOB was proscribed, it was not illegal. He also said he agreed that not all IPOB members are criminal. That was what the witnesses were saying. Now, there came the real embarrassment. When asked if he had any proof, any name, video, voice clip, or person who said Kanu told them to commit violence, the witness now replied, no, there was no evidence. And imagine, now the defense team submitted a flash drive, filled with video clips, and the court played them right inside. And the clip 1. A man said, if you're depending on police for protection, you will all die. Witness said it was not his DG. They now played the second clip. Another man said, people must rise and defend themselves. That's waiting for security forces is useless. Witness now confirmed, yes, that our DG, Oluwatosin Ajayi, he agreed with everything the DG said. Clip 3, Governor Hope Uzodinma was seen on tape saying killings in Olu were not done by IPOB but by politicians. This was the same man who previously blamed IPOB. Clip 4, General T.Y. Danjuma was seen warning that if you wait for police to protect you, you will all die. He also called on everyone to arm themselves. The DSS never arrested him for that statement. So now, the question remains, why is Kanu the one in prison? After the defense finished with the videos, witness number 2 was discharged, but then the prosecution had nothing else. I mean, their witnesses wasn't ready. Again, the judge, didn't smile. He reminded them that if they don't complete their witnesses within 6 days, he will strike out the entire case. He even advised them to reduce the number of witnesses so the matter can end quickly. So after all the drama that happened today in court, the case has now been adjourned to these dates: May 28th, 29th, June 6th, June 16th, June 18th, and June 19th, 2025. That was everything that happened today in court. Anyway, this is actually Charles Okocha. He has a whole lot to say on what is going on. I want you all to listen to what this man has to say. Don't forget to drop a comment, drop a like, and subscribe. Stay tuned, guys.
The federal government of Nigeria, it is clear that they don't want to leave Nnamdi Kanu. If not, they could have withdrawn the case. So no need to try Nnamdi Kanu if they want to free him. So that is apart. There are 2 occasions that scares the federal government of Nigeria. Just 2 occasions. And that led to the appeal court of Nigeria discharging Nnamdi Kanu, acquitting him of all charges. What could that be? Number 1 is that Nnamdi Kanu did not jump bail. According to the Supreme Court judgment, according to the appeal court judgment, he fled for his life because the military invaded his house and they killed so many people. This is established, okay? That is number 1. The second thing that scares Nigerian government about Nnamdi Kanu case, and they never wanted to hear this in court, is that they kidnapped Nnamdi Kanu from Kenya. So there was a question that was put before the DSS witness BBB in the cross-examination of yesterday. And as you can see, what Premium Time published, that is just the issue that happened, that transpired yesterday. They asked this man, how did you people brought Nnamdi Kanu into the country? He denied that the Department of State Service did not do that. Malami, the former Attorney General of the Federation, lied that it was the DSS that brought him into the country before, everything started escalating and they started denying. Now the question is, who brought Nnamdi Kanu into the country? Then if you don't know, who handed it over to you? Are you going to say you don't know who handed it over to you? Then, if someone handed it over to you, who is that person? So who kidnapped this man to bringing him into the country? Because it's either you believe it or not, Supreme Court has ruled about how he escaped for his life, that he did not jump bail. Then, how were you able to kidnap and brought this man into the country? Now, DSS denied that they did not arrest Nnamdi Kanu. They did not kidnap him. It has nothing to do with external or foreign affairs, something that it was internal issues in Nigeria that they react to. Now, there is what they call persona non grata. That is someone that is not acceptable, someone that is not admissible, someone that is not supposed to be there, someone that is not acceptable in a process. It's called persona non grata. It's a legal term coined out from Latin word, someone that is not granted permission. So what will happen if court declared Nnamdi Kanu as persona non grata in this process? Because this is where the issue gets interesting. This is what the federal government have been running away from. how were you able to kidnap someone and brought him into the country? Mind you, the Interpol denied it in a video on AIT interview. They denied that they don't have hands in bringing Nnamdi Kanu into the country, that anything that happened about Nnamdi Kanu was illegal. So, who brought him into the country? This has been the fear of the federal government right from time. So they don't want to hear anybody asking them such question. And I love what Erokoro SAN, that was the leader of the defense team yesterday. Erokoro SAN now have to present record judgment. Try to follow this. Erokoro, the defense team leader of Nnamdi Kanu yesterday, presented record judgment, and what the record judgment said was, number one, from Abia, from Enugu, and from Ebonyi State, 3 court judgments. And they stated, and I'm talking about federal high courts, they have the same jurisdiction with this federal high court in Abuja. So they stated, number one, that Nnamdi Kanu don't have business being in detention. That detention and the kidnap of Nnamdi Kanu is illegal. So court has declared it illegal already. And Justice James Omotosho has admitted this. Court fined federal government of Nigeria 1 billion, the court in Enugu, declaring the arrest and the illegal detention of Nnamdi Kanu as uncalled for. So the third one is the court from Ebonyi. So all these courts have exonerated Nnamdi Kanu about these charges. So if court has admitted these record judgments because of the way Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped and brought into the country, I am not a lawyer, as I said before. I am not a judge. So let us look forward to seeing what is going to unfold. But I am still asking one question. What do the federal government really want from Nnamdi Kanu? Or do they think that if Nnamdi Kanu is not released, of which we know he will be released, if Nnamdi Kanu is not released, what do they actually want? What do they want to pursue? Because sometimes you need to think and understand what the way things are going. If, for example, peradventure at the end of the case, they say, oh, Nnamdi Kanu should stay in detention for some years, do you think that will create peace? Do you think that will bring stability? Do you think that will not bring crisis? I'm just asking questions because I don't really know what the federal government of Nigeria wants. Whether they want stability or they want peace or they want, we don't know what they want. But all I can see is a confused nation, a confused people that don't know their left from their right. Anyway, I will continue to say this. I am not a lawyer. I'm not a judge. So I might lack knowledge of what I'm saying. I might not have the full knowledge of what transpires in court, the way it should go. But the DSS, they have denied a lot of things that they don't know, including they said Nnamdi Kanu born buses. Where are the plate number? Which bus they born? Provide the documents of the bus. Let us know if they really born buses. DSS say they don't know about it. But all they know is that someone took order to burn it. Bring the person now. Is the person facing trial? They said they don't know. So all these issues are so controversial, and you know, it's not a new thing. We understand that they are manufacturing, you know, cases against Nnamdi Kanu. This is a proxy war. In my previous video, I talked about how Tinubu made mention of grab it, snatch it, run away with it. Okay, and I was saying that during the election, people were stabbed in Lagos. A lot of people were stabbed. A lot of violence happened. Are you going to arrest Tinubu that someone stabbed somebody elsewhere? Absolutely no, because you can't establish that in court, that Tinubu influenced the person. You have to bring the person to court to testify that yes, it was Tinubu that sent me to do this. You can't establish that, and that is why nobody have filed the court, you know, process against Tinubu for sending people to go and snatch this. How can you establish it? Did you arrest anybody and the person said it was Tinubu that sent them to go and snatch it? Absolutely no. So this is a very, you know, terrible situation. I am trying to explain to people that Nigeria, most of their so-called leaders don't think. If they think, this case should not have even started. That after you kidnap somebody, you think you can go and confine the person? You came to his house, you said he jumped bail. Who are they going to come to his house and start shooting, killing people in your prison, and you will stay? Why did you send them to go and assassinate Nnamdi Kanu when he did not jump bail? These are the issues we must discuss. These are the issues we must raise above the bar. That people won't tolerate anything apart from freedom for Nnamdi Kanu at the end. People won't tolerate it because there have been injustice. The DSS said that it's only 15 days someone ought to be detained before they could charge him to court. And the defense team that time, Kanu Agabi, was asking him, are you aware that this man has been in illegal detention for 4 years? So, and I discovered that DSS is under the office of National Security Advisor Nuhu Ribadu. So directly, it is no Rebado that has the brain of anything about Nnamdi Kanu case under Tinubu's regime. No Rebado is the one that will tell Tinubu to continue the case. Tinubu don't continue the case. So no Rebado is the one trying Nnamdi Kanu directly. No Rebado is the one trying Nnamdi Kanu directly. It's not even the Attorney General of the Federation, Lateef Fagbemi. Yes, he is in charge. That sends lawyer, that fight case for government, but he can't do alone without the Office of the National Security Advisor, which the DSS is under. If you don't know this, know now. So it is no Rebado that is trying Nnamdi Kanu today. I know that nobody will tell you this. If no Rebado don't want this case to go on, tomorrow you will see they will release Nnamdi Kanu. So it is no Rebado that is trying him. But what we are waiting to see is how everything is going to go. Because we know the truth. We know what transpired. We know what is going on. We know those who are killing people in this country. We know those who are sponsoring them. Let me repeat that. We know those who are sponsoring them. They are working free. Some of them are in Aso Rock. Some of them are everywhere. Police commissioner told us they arrested lawmakers who were bandits. No case charge on them up till now. We are monitoring the case. Nobody were charged to court. DSS officials were arrested for aiding Fulani terrorists. Zundu, the Borno governor, just announced yesterday that politicians and military officials with police and forces, all of them, that they are collaborating and supporting terrorists in Nigeria. All those things, they don't want to look into it. They really want to focus on Nnamdi Kanu. That the Federal High Court has discharged and acquitted. Appeal Court of Nigeria has discharged, acquitted. But that is the man they want to focus. This thing, it go over them. It go over them. Because you don't get as you won't convince this man where you don't go cause wahala. Now wahala no won't go cause. Unless you people know what you are doing. At the end of the case, all we want to hear is that this man is free. And that is the reality. And that is what is supposed to happen. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section.